I haven't paid rent in 36 months. So I've been in the Navy now just a little bit over 1 year. And before that, I was living out of this SUV for 2 years. And I was working at FedEx, different warehouses across the country. I traveled a lot during that time. Or at least I should say I traveled to a lot of locations. Most of the time I was in like the same spot for 6 months or longer. But I moved back and forth because the winter I didn't want to sleep in my car up north, so I would get transferred down to like Mississippi. And anyway, I'm just sitting here thinking, reflecting on my life and my journey the last year, the last 3 years. I have saved, I've been able to accumulate so much more money than I normally ever have in my life. And I'm grateful for that. And that's mainly due to no rent, no major cost of living in the last 3 years, which I did that on purpose, obviously. Moving in your car allows you to forego paying rent, utility bills, Wi-Fi service, cable, Netflix, and all that stuff. You can watch Netflix on your phone, but I basically saved a minimum of like $1,200 a month for the last 3 years. And then, of course, in the Navy, they put you up in a place. Boot camp they don't charge you for that. And then when I was at A school, they provide housing. So that's allowed me to invest a big portion of my income in Bitcoin, and I have some Robinhood investments, and I have some regular savings. So overall, it's been a very good financial decision, and I feel proud and good about my long-term future, how far I've come. So, if you're finding this video trying to get ahead, to make investments, maybe consider doing something like that. I will say that obviously sleeping in your car is not easy, and the military is not easy. Although the Navy so far hasn't been that difficult. Boot camp I found to be kind of miserable. It was not the best time, but it wasn't super hard. It was more uncomfortable, like just very uncomfortable. It wasn't like extremely mental or physically challenging. But especially since when I enlisted a year ago, I was 31 and a half. So I'm a lot older than most people coming into the military are a lot younger. So I think that affects things, like your view of it. But overall, it's been a good decision. I recently got to my main command, where I'll be living here in beautiful San Diego the next 4 years. And I love San Diego. I'm just chilling out in my car right now, enjoying a good book called Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, profound psychologist. Always trying to understand myself better in life and learn. Always learning, always feeding my mind something valuable, something useful that I can put to use. So that's where I'm currently at. And yeah, obviously the military could be something you want to consider if you want a stable, guaranteed paycheck. You want a lot of your housing provided for. It comes with its challenges. Like I'd say the hardest thing for me was maybe not having much privacy at A school, because you have to have a roommate in the same exact room. So that was difficult. And I didn't drive my car at all for a year in order to like save money. I didn't want to pay for it to get shipped over, or to just be tempted to drive it around all the time. So I paid for some rentals a few times. I didn't really drive much. I dated more towards the end of my time in A school. And yeah, my last relationship, that didn't work out, but that's okay. It was good. It was a good time. It was good learning experiences. We're just not the right match for each other, but I'm grateful for the whole experience and where I'm headed in the future. Hopefully we all stay safe wherever my ship and all the ships go. Hopefully the military always stays safe. Obviously it's not always 100% possible, because some people do die. It's part of the job, right? So you take on that risk. There's always that chance that something does happen, but I can definitely accept that. If it did happen, hopefully it doesn't, probably won't, but you never know, right? No one really knows. The future is always unknown. We like to plan out long term, which is wonderful, to have your 5-10 year goals and beyond, but no one really knows for certain what the future holds. So it's good to take time off to reflect and, ponder on the meaning of your life, the meaning of your journey. Notice how far you've come. I think that's really important, to take time to relax, to read, watch a movie, meditate, right? Pray, think about what you want, where you're going, and remain intentional in your life. And that'll keep you on the right track. I really believe so. And I wish my ex all the very best. I really do. That's definitely on my mind. Breakups are always hard, even if you're not a fit for different ideas and different kind of future, different kind of personalities. Like, I always wish any ex the best. Anyone I ever have the blessing to get to know intimately and spend a lot of quality time with. I feel like that's a blessing, right? That's almost like a privilege when someone opens up to you and you get to know them really well. It's not something I ever take lightly. It's something very serious and dear to me. So it can be hard, when you separate, when things, don't work out. But all in all, I would say I'm pretty grateful. I have a lot of good going for me. I have a lot more free time. Well, I should say not. I have to get up really early for my work, but I have more alone time. I have a lot more privacy. So that's wonderful. In the Navy, at this base that I'm at here in San Diego, I can chill out in my car, read books, where it's peaceful and quiet. And it's kind of like my little man cave. Like if I had a home with a garage, this would be like my man cave or my garage, just chilling out in my car. Very comfortable. And I'm big on social, so I can get all the news, the latest Bitcoin updates and everything, what's going on in the world, on right there on Twitter and YouTube and everything. So hope you found some value in this video, and if you did, feel free to drop me a comment, share your questions or any kind of comments that you might have, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Stay blessed.